Hey guys, it's September 7th. It is actually Monday on the East Coast. We have a holiday, a long weekend going on, and volume's really thin. So market's kind of moving pretty choppy, real slow. Even though the market is open, most of the markets, including the commodities, are going to close around 12 o'clock. So you only have a few hours to really trade this thing. The main point I want to make is that to illustrate that market profile still works, even in this low volume environment, right? On a Monday, you see a breakout, and these are trades you don't want to take. First of all, it breaks out and comes right back inside, right? Breaks out, breaks to the downside, comes back inside, breaks out, comes back inside. This is a trade you wanted right here, where it broke out, came back up, touched that market profile level that it broke, and it hesitated, right? So it actually gave you some time, gave you almost 5 minutes actually to get into this trade, to short it. And the bottom line though is, if you would have shorted it here after you've seen this hesitation, right? Not here where you see it come up and drive right back inside of it. You don't want to short something like that, right? If it comes out and comes right back in, don't want to short that. You can see on the Thinkorswim chart too. Finally breaks out. So let me just illustrate it here, right? You got extreme lows, highs, and then it just kind of balances, right? Breaks through the low volume area here, but then comes right back inside. Breaks down, comes back inside, finally breaks down again, makes a new low here, right? So you had this low here, makes a new low here. Then you just wait for it to come back up to low value area, and look at it to the tick on the 45.56, and you see it hesitate for about 5 minutes. It just stays right there, doesn't move back inside. Look at this one where it moved back in towards there. Another 5 minutes later, came right back inside of it, right? This one didn't do that. And then you see it come down, right? And if you didn't get it right at the 45.56, that's fine. You can come back down here at the 45.53 or at the 45.50. Regardless, if you had your 13 tick stop up here, you would never been hit, and after that it moved about 50 ticks. So per contract you would have made about $400 to $500 off of that, depending on where you got in. But you had plenty of time as it came back, broke out of low value area, and the trend is already moving down too. If you can see it on this chart better, but you can see that once that finally breaks out down here, right, the trend is already starting to move down, right? So the short is the only thing you want to do. You don't want to counter trade, you want to buy. You don't want to buy, you want to sell. Finally get a breakout that's clean enough, comes up and it hesitates at the low value area that you saw that broke, and that's when you sell. And look at that work perfectly like that, where it finally breaks out, comes back up, see it hesitate, right? See it's kind of pushing down. The sellers are respecting that low value area, and then finally breaks down. And even in this kind of environment, you could have made money off of that, between $400 to $500 off of one contract on a trade on a low volume holiday like today. So that's the point I wanted to make real quick. Happy trading, guys, and we'll see you later this week. Today we're going to just close this off, but I just want to show you the number one trade today that's set up, and kind of how you filter basically between what is a setup and what's not. So this one's fine. Yeah, you anticipate for this thing to come back up and then sell, but if it just comes right back inside like that, you don't want to sell, right? You want to see it come back up, see some hesitation, right? And then see this thing kind of push down, and then that's when you want to sell. Okay, and we could talk more about execution of the trade on a later video, but today again I just wanted to reiterate the fact that market profile still works. If you're breaking below, you're going to see weakness. You want to look for shorting the market. You want to sell the market. You don't want to buy it, right? And it works out again today. Okay, so context of the market was we're selling off, we're pushing down. Look for it to actually break out, come back up, retest the market profile level, the low value area. Did it, and right there, worked out right there. Alright guys, so with that I will close this video out, and I will talk to you guys again this week. Happy trading.